Hello, Zubeen, you're watching Hornbill TV's Prime Time. Now headlines. Yasin Malik, leader of the Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front, has told the Delhi High Court that he was involved in peace talks with 6 successive Indian governments, from VP Singh to Manmohan Singh, contradicting allegations of terrorism. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Friday lauded Prime Minister Narendra Modi for Operation Sindoor during an interaction with the veterans of the 1965 war between India and Pakistan. Renowned Assamese singer Zubeen Garg has passed away at the age of 52 in Singapore after a tragic scuba diving accident. A viral video of Lashkar-e-Taiba elite commander Qasim has surfaced in which it confirms the destruction of the Markas Taiba terror camp in Murdke in Pakistan's Punjab province. Renowned Assamese singer Zubeen Garg has passed away at the age of 52 in Singapore after a tragic scuba diving accident. He had been rescued from the sea by Singapore police and admitted to a hospital where he had been placed in intensive care. Despite doctors' efforts to stabilize him, he had not recovered and the hospital had confirmed his death. Garg had travelled to Singapore to participate in the Northeast Festival, where he had been scheduled to perform on Wednesday. News of his passing had sent shockwaves across Assam and the Northeast, where countless fans and well-wishers had been praying for his recovery since the accident. More details are being awaited on this developing story. Yasin Malik, the jailed leader of the Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front, has made new controversial claims in an affidavit to the Delhi High Court. He said that in 2006, he met Lashkar-e-Taiba founder Hafiz Saeed in Pakistan on the instructions of Indian intelligence officers. Malik, who is serving a life sentence for terror funding, also claimed that former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh personally thanked him after this meeting with Hafiz Saeed, the 26/11 Mumbai attack mastermind. According to reports, Yasin Malik made these claims in an affidavit filed in the Delhi High Court on April 25. Malik is currently serving a life sentence in a terror funding case. He said that his meeting with Hafiz Saeed was not his personal choice but was organized at the request of senior Indian intelligence officers. He added that this was part of a secret peace effort with Pakistan. Before visiting Pakistan after the 2005 Kashmir earthquake, Yasin Malik said he was approached in Delhi by V.K. Joshi, then Special Director of Intelligence Bureau. Joshi asked Malik to meet not only Pakistani politicians but also terrorist figures, including Hafiz Saeed, to support a peace process led by the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. Malik said he was told that talks with Pakistan would not matter unless extremist leaders were included. Based on this, he agreed to meet Saeed and other members of the United Jihad Council during an event in Pakistan. Years later, this meeting was used as evidence of Malik's links to Pakistani terror groups. Malik called it a classic betrayal, saying it was a government-backed mission that was later misused for political purposes. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Friday lauded Prime Minister Narendra Modi for Operation Sindoor during an interaction with the veterans of 1965 war between India and Pakistan. With reference to the 4 major wars against Pakistan and 1 against China, the Defence Minister noted that India has not been fortunate with its neighbours, but it has been shaped its own destiny. Rajnath Singh also hailed the war veterans for their bravery and sacrifice and said that the feeling of self-respect is the greatest feeling, and added that if any foreign powers dare to look at us with an evil eye, we sacrifice everything to protect them. On behalf of a grateful nation, the minister paid tribute to the bravery the soldiers displayed in 1965 conflict. Rajnath Singh also lauded former Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri for his decisive decisions during the war.
हम सब जानते हैं कि आजादी के बाद से ही एक राष्ट्र के रूप में भारत अपने पड़ोसियों के मामले में उतना भाग्यशाली नहीं रहा है, आज भी भाग्यशाली नहीं है। हमेशा हमारे समक्ष किसी न किसी तरह की चुनौतियां आई हैं, लेकिन हम भारतवासियों की यह विशेषता है कि हम इन चुनौतियों को प्रारब्ध मानकर नहीं बैठ गए। हमने मेहनत की और अपने प्रारब्ध का निर्णय, अपने भाग्य का निर्णय, अपनी नीयत का निर्माण हमने खुद किया। साथियों, किसी भी राष्ट्र का वास्तविक भाग्य उनके खेतों में, उनके कारखानों में, प्रयोगशालाओं में और रणभूमि में बहाए गए पसीने से बनता है। हमारे नागरिकों ने अब यह सिद्ध कर दिया है, भारत अपना भाग्य किसी और के भरोसे नहीं छोड़ता, भारत अपना भाग्य खुद गढ़ता है। इसका एक उदाहरण हमें ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के दौरान भी देखने को मिला है। पहलगाम की उस विभत्स घटना को हम भूले नहीं हैं और जब भी वह घटना हमें याद आती है तो दिल भारी भी होता है और मन आक्रोश से भर भी उठता है। वहां जो हुआ उसने हम सबको झकझोर दिया, लेकिन वह घटना हमारे मनोबल को तोड़ नहीं पाई। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने यह संकल्प लिया, इस बार आतंकवादियों को ऐसा सबक सिखाया जाएगा जिसकी उन्होंने कभी कल्पना भी नहीं की होगी। और ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में हमने ये लॉन्च किया और दुश्मनों को दिखा दिया कि हमारा प्रतिकार कितना मजबूत होता है, कितना ताकतवर होता है। और हमारी पूरी टीम ने जिस कोऑर्डिनेशन और करेज से काम लिया, उसे साबित कर दिया कि जीत अब हमारे लिए कोई एक्सेप्शन नहीं रही है, जीत हमारी आदत बन चुकी है और यह आदत हमेशा बरकरार हमको रखनी होगी।
Congress President K. Megachandra had on Friday accused the Manipur government's Water Resources Department of grave negligence in releasing the floodgates of the Thobal multipurpose project, which had led to the widespread flooding across the Imphal Valley. He had said that all 4 floodgates were opened simultaneously on September 14 without informing higher authorities. As a result, downstream villages had been submerged, destroying residential areas, farmlands and fish ponds. Megachandra had conducted a joint inspection at the project site along with engineers and officials of the Water Resources Department. He had noted that in the past, floodgates were never released all at once, but instead opened systematically after consultation with authorities, especially during President's rule. Calling it a human-made disaster, Megachandra had alleged negligence and incompetence on the part of the department. He had demanded punitive measures against the concerned officials, urging both the governor and the chief secretary of Manipur to take strict actions.
Yeah, today we have a joint visit with the MPCC team and these officials of the Water Resources Department. All the chief engineers and the ESC, executive engineers and the staff have joined the joint inspection. Then we found at the spot that due to the sudden release of the water from this Thawal Dam, this sudden release of all the 4 gates, with a height of 4 feet. The 4 gates out of 4, they have opened these 4 gates on the last 14th September. So after that, the downstream villages submerged by the water, and all along this Thawal River, all the houses, agriculture farms and the fish ponds were destroyed. And also after this sudden discharge of water from this Thawal Dam, Mapitel Dam, it impacted to the Imphal West district also, and it poured its water to Imphal River, and again it hits to this Wangoi Assembly constituency area and the Wagwai SC Assembly constituency area. Wagai is in this Kaksing Assembly constituency, and this Wangoi and the Imphal, Mayang Imphal constituency that falls under Imphal West district. So they are also these after pouring this Thawal river water to the Imphal River, it affected this mostly the houses and this agriculture farm and the fisher ponds and everything that they have destroyed. So because when we have interacted with the chief engineers, SC and the engineers of the staff of the Water Resources Department, they simply replied that because of heavy rain, the gates, 4 gates were open on 4th of September. So it's 14th of September. So in fact, this how the it were open the 4 gates at a time. So because of this opening of 4 gates at one time and discharging the water, this at the 4 feet level height of waters, because of that reason, these flood, these inundation were happened in the valley areas.
Union Minister Kiren Rijiju today alleged that Congress leader Rahul Gandhi keeps blaming the constitutional body to hide his own weaknesses. Talking to reporters in New Delhi, Rijiju said that after repeatedly losing elections, Gandhi blames the system. He said the nation stands with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the poor farmers and common people consider him the leader of the country. He said under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, the country has progressed significantly.
देखिए ऐसा है, देश मोदी जी का साथ में है, देश का युवा मोदी जी के साथ में है, देश का गरीब, देश का किसान, देश का हर एक लोग मोदी जी को देश का नेता मानते हैं। राहुल गांधी और कोई भी हो, चुनाव बार बार हारने के बाद अपना कमजोरी को छुपा करके सिस्टम को ही अगर गाली देंगे, कोई मानेगा नहीं। देश आज अलग बदल चुके हैं, देश का मिजाज बदल चुके हैं और मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत बहुत आगे बढ़ चुका है। अब ये जो वामपंथी और राहुल गांधी जी जैसे लोग भारत का तेज गति से बढ़ने वाला हमारे जो इंजन है उसको वो रोकना चाहता है, वो हो नहीं सकता है। देश उसको माफ नहीं करेगा। बार बार चुनाव हारता है तो अपने आप कमजोरी मानना चाहिए, अपना नेतृत्व, अपना लीडरशिप का फेलियर को कबूल करना चाहिए। बार बार हारता है, आपको लोग मानते नहीं हैं, लेकिन उसका आप किसी संस्था को आप दोषी देंगे, ये कोई तरीका होता है?
We'll take a short break. Keep watching.
সংগীতৰ দেশ অসম। এই অসমৰ প্ৰকৃতিৰ ৰূপ ৰং ৰসেৰে সিক্ত এটি মধুকণ্ঠ জয়ন্ত। সুৰৰ মেলাত শব্দৰ মালা গথা, কৃষ্ণচূড়াৰ প্ৰেমত কোন হয় উন্মনা, প্ৰতিশ্ৰুতিলৈ কিয় নামি আহে বৰ্ষা, হৃদয়খন ৰসাল হৈও কিয় তেওঁৰ মন হয় উকা।
আকাশ বৰ বিশাল, এই পথাৰ বৰ ৰসাল, কিয়।
জয়ন্ত হাজৰিকা সৰুৰে পৰাই যাৰ সংগীত প্ৰতিভা আছিল দুৰন্ত। ঈশ্বৰ প্ৰদত্ত প্ৰতিভাৰে যিয়ে বজাব পাৰিছিল সকলো বাদ্যযন্ত্ৰ, যাৰ মাদকতা ভৰা কণ্ঠই সকলো শ্ৰোতাক কৰিছিল মুগ্ধ। 20 ছেপ্টেম্বৰ জয়ন্ত হাজৰিকাদেৱৰ উপজা দিনত চিৰনমস্য সংগীত শিল্পীগৰাকীলৈ অসমবাসীৰ সশ্ৰদ্ধ প্ৰণাম।
Welcome back. Months after India's precision strikes on 9 terror camps across Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, POJK, a viral video of Lashkar-e-Taiba LET commander Qasim has surfaced. The video exposes Islamabad's denial of strikes by confirming the destruction of Marcus Taiba terror camp in Murke in Pakistan's Punjab province. In the viral video, Qasim, standing amidst the rubble of the destroyed camp, admitted that the place had trained numerous terrorists, including Mujahideens and Talaba, who he claimed went on to achieve victory twice while vowing to rebuild a larger facility there. This revelation came days after Jaish-e-Mohammed JAM commander Masood Iyas Kashmiri, in another viral video, admitted that the strikes on Marka Subhanallah at Bahawalpur JAM's operation headquarters during Operation Sindoor had killed the family of JAM Masood Azhar. Earlier in May, sources told ANI that Muhammad Yusuf Azhar and Hafiz Muhammad Jamil, brother-in-law of Masood Azhar, and Muhammad Hassan Khan were killed during the strikes. Muhammad Yusuf Azhar, brother-in-law of Maulana Masood Azhar, was wanted for the IC 814 hijacking case. He also used to handle weapons training for JAM and was involved in multiple terrorist attacks in Jammu and Kashmir. The LET commander Qasim, in another viral clip, also brazenly urged youths to join the Daura-e-Safa training program at the site, which includes basic combat training and jihadi indoctrination, further exposing the camp's purpose. Nepal's interim president, Minister Sushila Karki, has announced a strong commitment to tackling corruption and elevating living standards in the wake of deadly youth-led protests. These demonstrations have recently resulted in the collapse of the previous government. Reflecting on the protests, Kargi highlighted the aspirations of a younger generation increasingly aware of governance shortcomings and rampant corruption. Marking Nepal's National Day, she acknowledged the necessity to meet constitutional promises and prosperity and good governance. Appointed last week, Kargi is set to manage parliamentary elections scheduled for March 5. Kargi, the first woman to serve as interim leader and a former Supreme Court Chief Justice, secured Gen Z support due to her dedication to fighting corruption. She had commenced her tenure by prioritizing electoral processes and naming reform-minded ministers to her provisional cabinet. The neighborhood country was plunged into chaos last week after security forces tried to crush rallies by young protesters. At least 72 people were killed in Nepal in the worst violence since the end of a civil war and the abolition of the monarchy in 2008. Former Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli quit on Tuesday as houses of top politicians were ransacked and parliament was set ablaze. Kargi took oath on Friday as the Himalayan nation's interim Prime Minister to lead a 6-month transition to elections. KP Sharma Oli, who had stepped down after the bloodshed of September 8, is planning to appear in public after the party secretariat meeting. Pradeep Gwaiwali, the Deputy General Secretary of CPN-UML, confirmed to ANI. Oli, who has been in hiding since September 9 under the shelter of the Nepal Army, has now shifted to a temporary residence and will appear in public after the party secretariat meeting. Gyawali said KP Sharma Oli returned back to his temporary residence, because his permanent residence has been totally vandalized, arsoned, and the house cannot be used immediately. He is now residing in a temporary residence. Today, he also issued the Constitution Day message. Gradually, he will come forward to the public, but prior to that, the secretariat meeting will be convened. Evolving events will be reviewed and come forward with a concrete conclusion. After the bloodbath on September 8, referred to as the Gen Z Revolution, which has killed at least 74 people to date, Oli had fled his official residence and continued to hide. Gyawali did not mention where Oli has shifted, rather brushed off the blame that the government led by the deposed Prime Minister had ordered the use of force.
He returned his residence. Actually, that is temporary residence, because his residence has been totally vandalized, arsoned, and that house cannot be used immediately. So he has residing in a temporary residence. Today he published his Constitution Day message, which I already read to the public. Gradually he will come forward, he will public, but I think prior to that we will convene the Central Secretariat meeting. We will review all these evolving events and come forward with a concrete conclusion.
We'll take another short break. Keep watching.
Take charge of your health. Knowing your HIV status is the first step. If you have HIV, you can still protect yourself and others.
(2047) में कैसा होगा विकसित भारत का विकसित उत्तर प्रदेश? क्या आप चाहते हैं कि कृषि क्षेत्र में नवाचार और पशुधन की समृद्धि से बढ़े अन्नदाता की आमदनी? गांव-गांव तक पहुंचे चौड़ी सड़कें, हवाई यात्रा के लिए किसान की जेब में हो पैसे, विश्व स्तरीय शिक्षा और वर्ल्ड क्लास इलाज, बढ़े उद्योग, रोजगार, नौकरी और अपना व्यापार, रिन्यूएबल और ग्रीन एनर्जी हो यूपी में फुल, ताकि कभी न हो बत्ती गुल। डीप टेक, एआई और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक संसाधनों का बिछे जाल, सांस्कृतिक धरोहर का पुनर्जागरण और गौरव काल। क्या आप चाहते हैं ऐसा उत्तर प्रदेश? अगर हाँ, तो उठाइए मोबाइल, क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करें और पोर्टल samarthuttarpradesh.up.gov.in पर लिखकर या बोलकर दर्ज कराएं सुझाव। आपके सुझाव से बनेगा विकसित यूपी का रोड मैप और मूल्यवान सुझाव देने वाले किए जाएंगे सम्मानित, क्योंकि आपकी राय विकसित यूपी बनाए।
Welcome back. Congress General Secretary and Wayanad MP Priyanka Gandhi Vatra on Friday urged citizens across the country to join the party's Vote Chori signature campaign aimed at defending the democratic principle of one man, one vote. The Congress leader reiterated the party's commitment to safeguarding every individual's right to vote and protecting constitutional values that form the foundation of Indian democracy. The appeal comes a day after the Congress MP criticized the Election Commission of India, ECI, alleging that it was colluding to destroy the electoral process and weaken Indian democracy. Her statement followed fresh allegations by Congress MP and leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, who alleged that a systematic effort is ongoing to delete voters who vote for opposition parties.
I urge all of you to join our Vote Chori signature campaign. Just as every vote counts, every signature counts, every one of your voice standing up for democracy, standing up for the constitutional values which we are fighting for our constitution counts.
India has been re-elected to the Asia-Pacific Group of Postal Operations Council and the Council of Administration of the Universal Postal Union for the 2025-28 term at the 28th UPU Congress in Dubai. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randa Jaiswal said on Friday. The development follows the Ministry of Communications' earlier announcement that Minister of Communications and Development of Northeastern Region Jyotiraditya Skinda, who led the Indian delegation to the 28th Universal Postal Congress in Dubai. His participation focused on advancing India's agenda on innovation, financial inclusion and global collaboration in the postal sector, an effort now reinforced by the country's successful re-election to the UPU's governing bodies. A key highlight of India's participation was the anticipated launch of the groundbreaking UPI-UPU integration project. Jyotiraditya Skinda delivered a keynote address during the Congress outlining India's vision for a modern, trusted and inclusive postal ecosystem. That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.